From refusing to allow studios to alter him in films to possible interference in democratic elections. Here's why Keanu Reeves is scared of AI and deepfake technology. It goes without saying that Keanu certainly no stranger to being on screen. But there's one thing that he doesn't want to be a part of: AI and deepfake technology. If you want to sign Keanu to a project, be it John Wick, The Matrix, or maybe even a Bill and Ted movie, you have to agree not to alter or manipulate his performance in any way. And if you do want to edit his likeness, you must have his explicit written permission to do so. Why? Well, Reeves once had a problem in the 90s when filmmakers changed his appearance, and it really creeps him out. Keanu says, "Early on in the early 2000s, or it might have been the 90s, I had a performance changed. They added a tear to my face, and I was just like, huh? It was like, I don't even have to be here." Keanu feels it's understandable if filmmakers slightly alter his likeness. For instance, if they wanted to edit out a blink or something. But Keanu's real issue boils down to when filmmakers want to add or alter things that change his portrayal of the character. He says, "When you give a performance in a film, you know you're gonna be edited, but you're participating in that. If you go into deepfake land, it has none of your points of view. That's scary." What's probably the scariest for Reeves is an up-and-coming technology that's already copied him on more than one occasion. Yep, I'm talking about deepfake technology. A new trend in the last few years for teens and young adults. And well, just about anyone who wants to use them. Chances are you've seen this tech a million times on Facebook, Snapchat, and on Instagram, in the form of so-called filters, which have the power to alter our appearance, whether it be our bodies or our faces. For the most part, these are pretty lighthearted, like making you have bunny ears, a huge smile, an elongated head, or even my personal favorite, different colored eyes. But recently, there are new tools available to the public for those who wish to use deepfake technology. So it's no longer only huge visual effects studios in Hollywood that are capable of altering the human likeness. Programs like Deepfake Lab and Fake App are now commonplace, and several users on YouTube and Twitch have taken full advantage of the software. If there's a star, singer, or celebrity you want to copy, all you have to do is train your face on the program and select who you want to be. But as you're about to see, it gets even creepier. Deepfake Lab is an open source project, meaning anyone can add or edit the program. This gives Deepfake Lab and similar programs an opportunity for explosive growth. Since its inception and release back in 2020, Deepfake Lab now offers users the ability to train it to copy regular people with just a single picture or a glance at them. It goes without saying, there are very sinister implications and applications to this rapidly evolving technology. Let's get into just how deep these fakes can get, and the problems they're already causing. Right off the bat, we can reference a TikTok imitating Keanu himself. The user is @UnrealKeanu, and the resemblance to Reeves is more than striking. It's an exact copy of him. Mostly using the styles for his look in John Wick, the channel focuses on exactly what Keanu was afraid of in the first place: doing mundane things he wouldn't normally broadcast to the world, like cutting bread, or putting the toilet seat down, throwing away garbage, or pouring milk. And the real Keanu has something to say about it. Keanu says, "It's gonna be interesting to see how humans deal with these technologies. They're having such cultural, sociological impacts, and the species is being studied. There's so much data on behaviors now." He isn't wrong at all. The TikTok deepfake of Keanu already has an incredibly long social reach because it stands at 8.7 million followers. Why is it dangerous? Well, there are many people out there who have no idea it's fake at all. The channel does advertise itself as fake, but not everyone pays attention. As the technology progresses, it only gets better and better with time. It was only in 2020 that we had a convincing but not altogether perfect mimic of Barack Obama by BuzzFeed's Jordan Peele. In the video as the former president, he blasted several expletives toward Donald Trump.
How about this? Simply, President Trump is a total and complete dip.
But the video itself was meant to warn the general public of what was coming. The problem is, as a society, we didn't listen. We embraced it. Only 2 years after the Jordan Peele copy of Obama, we got a video titled, "This is not Morgan Freeman, a deepfake singularity." If you thought the Obama deepfake was realistic, this one will blow your mind. The likeness to the face of Freeman was bang on. The lighting and shadows were absolutely perfect. But there was still one glaring obstacle to make a flawless deepfake: the voice. The reason the Obama and Morgan Freeman deepfakes were so convincing is because the voice matched the face, and those were done by talented voice actors. So what about deepfaking voices? Turns out it's already been done too. A company called Dessa recently released a Joe Rogan deepfake. Only this time, it was done with an AI-generated voice. The results are absolutely outstanding. In the video, with a face and voice to match, a fake Joe Rogan announces his retirement from his podcast. And to many, this would be completely convincing. So convincing that the company that created the technology also released tools to be able to separate deepfakes from reality. Just how long will be until we can't tell these deepfakes apart by the simple eye test? With the rapid advancement of the software and the end user being able to fine-tune their creations, it won't be long until we have to start training ourselves to be critical of everything we watch. The only problem is, that's exactly how programmers are training the AI that generates the deepfakes. Researchers have made 2 separate AI to build the structure of the fake, called generative adversarial networks. The first AI generates the fake based on the bone structure and facial features, and the second AI grades the first and tells it where and how it can improve. Pair that with how AI itself is making huge leaps and bounds in the last few years, and it seems the line between the real and the deepfake may soon be so blurry that we can't tell anymore. If the general public can't tell at first glance, this technology could have a disastrous effect on democracies and politics in general. As a matter of fact, it already has. A deepfake of a drunken Nancy Pelosi, a Democrat congresswoman, was already spreading during the 2020 election, and it had over 2.5 million views. And there's no telling just how that may have translated to the ballot box. Getting back to Keanu about these implications, he speculates that deepfake technology is a form of puppeteering the masses, and says it's a spectacle and it's a system of control and manipulation. We're on our knees looking at cave walls and seeing the projections, and we're not having the chance to look behind us. Something tells me if Neo and John Wick are afraid, we should all be concerned about AI-generated deepfake tech. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's why Keanu Reeves is scared of AI and deepfake technology.